Can you read this? And you, Dimblin, can you read this? And she just opens the book at a random page.
No.
She does.
Is it Elvish or Celestial?
That part says something about a spell. That part says something about what material components are needed. It looks like some form of Netherese, but not one I'm very familiar with.
Or you can read the prologue, all the rest of the page. No, you can't open the book.
I can't?
No.
Oh. Well then. Retconning the whole fucking thing then.
The book is sealed.
Okay, then I will spend some time figuring out how to open the book.
Okay, right. Sorry, it only just occurred to me, oh shit, no, the book's sealed.
Yeah, like, I read about the book. I can actually display it to all of you so you can actually see it. It says that's something about an amulet.
Yeah.
And I believe that amulet should be the thing you use to open the thing.
So descriptive, Ina.
Wow. I have never heard a better description in my life.
If your aim is to confuse people further, no, nor have I.
See, the thing is, I don't know how to open this book. I wrote it was a Romanar's thing, and it doesn't open for me. I know
how to open my book. You do this.
Oh.
Well, I know how to open books. So she takes out syringe that actually talks. See, it opens up. It's on the book, and then
This
she
is where the
takes...
syringe decides to be an asshole and just doesn't open.
He doesn't have a choice, so she's holding both the books. So it's the Romanar's book. It doesn't open, and then she stuffs syringe back.
Wizards just have ways of hiding their information. I'm sure it is simply sealed in a way that is not as obvious as a lock.
See, I don't remember how a Romanar used to open it, and it's a long time ago she got the book, and we had like a brief...
It's very likely that she just used to open it. Whatever spell is probably attuned to her.
Me and a Romanar had an adventure together where we actually talked about the books. So she did mention something because she had a question about it. This is me actually having to find the old notebook to figure out what we did. Because I remember it was just me and Auden playing that day, and we got into a maze and shit. I think that's when we liberated the growths.
Nice.
But we did have a conversation about books. And specifically this book. The Maze. Trix and a Romanar firebolt the maze. That backfires. Takes a short rest. A Romanar shows Trix a tome. It's the Netheril tome. Someone become a god. 12th level spell. Old tome. That's all I've written.
Causes.
Oh
Would
no!
It sound a lot like Carsus.
Would I know anything about causes?
That would be a question for Alex now that he has his headphones back on.
Oh, okay. Would I know anything about causes?
Who's Carsus?
Important question. Lars, I can't actually see you. I can just see the map of the Empire.
Yeah, give me half a second. I need to turn on the right light.
Would you? Oof. That's
Right.
hard.
I mean, I am best buddies with the God of Magic.
Doesn't mean she'd talk about the person that literally killed her.
Oh,
I mean, it's
unrelated while you're pondering this, but
Yes. Love has
I'm in the process of
I
painting.
love it.
Look how cool her shield came out.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not focusing really well, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be Hattie?
Yeah.
It's Hattie.
Oh, that's so cool!
I'm not done with it yet, but the shield was the hard part. The cape,
tiny tricks.
the cape is a work in progress because she. Oh no! You need to get some super glue.
Yeah, I have super glue. I just haven't done this yet. But yeah, no, I was so sad. I saw that her feet
Lars
had
has gone to
broken.
get tiny Alcar. I do like tatting. It's cool.
Yeah, I love how the shield turned
So
out.
do I,
Like,
actually.
I just freehanded it. I was like, that's roughly the shape of a symbol. I didn't even use a reference. I was like, it looks like that. And I went, yeah, no, that's exactly what it looked like. Let me put the highlights on it. And then I went, ho, ho, ho.
I love it.
I just drew the symbol of Bahamut from
Oh, no,
memory.
it's glory.
It is glory.
I know that Auden is not here, but both of these are his characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those wings were the worst part of all the fucking minis.
I can imagine. They're well done, though.
Yeah,
Did
they're
you
really
airbrush
cool.
those or just blend them nicely?
No, I blended them.
Okay.
There are 16 colours on those wings.
The problem with Trix is that she's so small that you can barely see her.
I
Hold
know.
on, she's...
I'm aware.
Oh, yeah.
Her eyes were a nightmare.
I should have made a bigger model, like,
no, because
for
it was
her.
done to scale, wasn't it? It's appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I chose a gnome, it's probably smaller in scale. So if I chose a human, it would probably be bigger.
It would be the size of
Like-
Alcar.
Yeah, so I should have done that. I will think about that for the next time because I actually want you to make another character for me before you come to Norway.
You want me to do another mini for you?
Yes.
Who?
Just so you can see a little more detail with the larger one.
Yeah.
You
I
also will have new characters when I come to Norway. Because you will be making new characters to play when I'm in Norway.
Yeah.
So you will get a new
Ooh.
mini anyway.
I like
Well,
this. I always like when Ina is forced from playing tricks. I love tricks, but I like it when you have to play new things too.
Maybe,
Last time
maybe,
that she got to play tricks in person because she's never done it.
Yeah,
maybe
that is
I
so.
play Maximum Diximum Rothimus.
Oh, no.
Why do I have access to Destroy Universe Glitter?
Who knows? We talked about it last session. I can't remember.
Actually,
I don't- I don't know why I have access to it, because it was somebody else that was talking about it. I think it was Ina was like, I'm going to start casting Destroy Universe Glitter. And Alex was like, that's a ritual that takes a month and 120 spell casters. And no, we're not playing that game.
I have actually started my idea for my next character because I really enjoyed playing Helga. If you remember Helga Menopex.
Hmm?
Helga, the Russian Goliath. That's I don't remember her voice, but she was like that. I liked her as a character, but I really enjoyed playing. Yeah, but I also really enjoyed playing Tyrant. But Tyrant is a fucking asshole. So I want to make like a mix between Tyrant and Helga, and do like a non-magical character from those two.
I'm desperately
You
trying
know.
not to say anything about the game when I come to in August. Desperately trying. I'm literally gripping my nails into my chair to stop myself saying anything.
Aw. There is a new actual
There are
class.
6 new classes.
Yeah, no, an actual class, not subclass.
Oh, yeah.
The Illrigger, which is basically the opposite of a paladin.
I think you told Ina that on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that is actually quite interesting.
Yes. It costs $15 on the marketplace on
Does
D
it
and D
actually,
Beyond.
or do I get it when it's released?
It
might.
is published by MCDMs.
Oh, okay. I'll add it then.
I am not entirely sure. The
Sources.
Illrigger, which can be anything from a spellcaster to a melee to a shadowy assassin
Where
type
the
thing.
fuck do you find information about that? Let me read
I
it.
love watches a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. I think Lars has the same feeds that I have.
Yeah.
I just wanted a written description.
You can probably find it. There you go. There's the Illrigger. You can
Yes.
probably find it.
The Illrigger is now on Immortal Wandering.
Ah,
Right under
Thank
your
you.
lovely ring.
Yeah, I will add it.
It seems like a cool concept.
It does seem like a cool concept. Yeah.
They have like
I-
a verdict type of thing that does
They're
different
like
stuff.
judges almost.
Yeah.
I really want to play this character. I was sold by this sentence. It isn't a warlock. It isn't a paladin, and it's like, I like that idea.
Then what is it? You call
like, I like
me
the idea of something-
intrigued.
In that category, but not those things.
Yeah.
No, this might actually be my next character. I
Yeah,
would
no,
really like
they
to.
are flavored to be commanders of archdevils and demons' armies.
Nice.
How wonderful!
Yes. And they do a plethora of intense things. So with this purchase, you get 1 class and 5 subclasses, 2 magic items, and 5 spells.
I feel like Lars is trying to sell it to me right now.
I'm just stating what's on here. But yes, I have heard about this. I sent you a 16-minute long video about it.
Yes.
But I didn't really think you were going to watch that anyway, but
I did.
nice.
That shouldn't really surprise you, really.
No, it would surprise me if I not saw it.
But yes, shall we stop resting and start killing? I mean, saving the world.
Traveling north.
We are finally
No,
Going
I
away
get
with-
to say it, not you. We are finally leaving the stone circle.
Yay!
Fuck you, Lars. I say it.
It's only fair. You brought us here. You can take
I
us
have
out
been
as well.
Waiting for, as Lars reminded me earlier, over a year to say those words.
Yes.
You are not robbing me of this.
I distinctly remember being in the Stone Circle when we had Halloween game for 2023.
Yep.
Then we were
Yeah,
then we had started the circle.
we had just started it then.
Yes.
I think we had done like one of
Killed the
them.
Guardian.
Yeah, we killed the
Oh, yeah.
Guardian, done one thing, and then killed the Frost Rime Dragon because I decided to fly a little too high to scout. Something along those lines. And out of the dragon came an annoying little kobold.
Let's
My
actually.
question remains as first this to be.
Yes.
Do you wish to do anything before you depart from the place which you have called home for so very, very, very
I
long?
wish to do the
In-game
entire Stone
month.
Circle again.
No.
Don't wish that into existence, Lars.
I used my one wish. No, I don't.
I'm playing around with my spell slots still, but I don't think there's anything Hattie would like to do before this.
Oh, I wanna wait. Do you need any supplies or anything? Should I call them it?
Oh no.
No,
What
I
did I
think
say?
it's fine. Yeah, let's skip the RP session for now.
I'm
I
gonna
think there
level
was
with you,
literally-
we do not have a shop for Nemit of this level yet.
Okay.
Okay, well then,
I will
no,
be
no.
honest with you because finding stuff that you guys would actually want is really hard.
But
Honestly- Go ahead.
my lovely wife,
He's taking this whole marriage thing very seriously.
yes, you should
Yes.
possibly try training with a different weapon. And they will hand you the Blade of Elemental Flame.
It's very big. It's bigger than me.
Yeah, it is literally the size of Trix.
Oh,
You're
They
strong
s-
enough.
they slightly
it just
buffed Beth's
drops
healing
it.
word.
Can I even wield this longsword?
You are
Technically, it is a
proficient.
magical item, so therefore it technically goes to the size of its wielder.
Yeah. And you're also, what, 28 strength or something stupid like that? You don't have to
25.
ask these questions. You can pick it up.
The only bad stat I have is wisdom, which is oddly fitting.
The only thing you would struggle to wield are Titan weapons. And they are huge for everyone, so...
Okay,
Those
I
are
will
my
attempt-
weapons.
I will attempt to just swing the weapon around just to test it out, not hitting Hattie or Dimblum.
Now I want to see
Um,
Hattie in draconic form wielding like an 80-foot long scythe.
You mean like the dog from Dark Souls with it in her mouth?
Well, since she can still cast, she still has prehensile hands
That's
or whatever they call them.
terrifying.
Yeah, a dragon that's just like, no.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A staff
The
like
rolls
this is
work.
harder to visualize.
Oh yeah. Technically possible.
Technically
Very
possible, but
interesting.
terrifying nonetheless.
Yes.
I think you need mounted combatant for that.
I can be the mounted combatant.
No, you are not. No. Dimblum is not mounting Hattie in draconic form.
Yes. I can change size.
Remember,
We
I'm
can technically have Hattie mount Dimblum while Hattie in her draconic form.
You would be paper mache at that size because your body would be spread so thin.
Yeah.
I can still do it.
Wait,
you could,
I-
but it'd be visual only.
You'd be a kite.
Yeah. But
I have a
strong.
question about the weapon.
Mhm.
Because you're giving it to me, so I've added it in
Yes.
my inventory.
It is not
Um,
attunement.
No, that's the first thing I checked. It's not attunement, but I have a +7 to it, which is very low.
Plus
considering
7,
the-
considering
but
you
also-
are not a melee carrier there.
Yeah, but also it has two different rolls. It's either 1d8 +7 or 1d10 +7.
It's a longsword, it's a versatile. 1d10 means you use both hands, 1d8 means you use one hand.
Okay.
And it always adds another 3d6 fire
Yes.
damage.
That's in addition. Okay, that
Yes.
was because I rarely ever use longswords or
Yeah,
long
no.
shit thing.
And also a +7 for a warlock that is not a hexblade is not bad.
No, I have a +10 to my blue flame glaive, so I was just
Yeah,
wise.
the blue flame glaive is technically a +3 weapon, which the blade of eternal flame is not.
Okay, but
That's
can
why.
I wield? Since you said the 1d8 is if you use one hand, can I technically wield the glaive and
No,
the blade of
glaive
the
is a
eternal fire?
two-handed weapon.
Glaive is a two-handed weapon.
Oh,
I can gift you another longsword if you want to dual wield.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't even have extra attacks, so like I only
No.
attack once with the blade. But okay, that was all I was wondering.
Yeah,
Extra?
I mean, I
No.
could always make it extra.
No, I'm just asking to be entirely certain we're not missing anything out.
No.
I'm adjusting spells, but beyond that, I don't think there's anything else Hattie would want to do here. I think we're well prepared.
Yeah, I feel ready.
You surprised me.
We have had a long rest. We are being
Yeah.
nice people.
The only other things that I really want would be more spell components because some of the higher level spells, but I don't have the money for those anyway, and we don't want to call Nemet at the moment, so we can do that another time.
I gave you like 10k gold.
I have spells that cost like 40k gold.
You also have a sugar mama with unlimited amount of gold.
Yes, I just have
you
to
need
physically
gold?
get the stuff.
You need
It's
gold.
It's not gold. It's more like I need.
Trixie's
It's-
hand is twitching.
I know. I have
Do you need a million or two?
No.
I have
The equivalent of like
I'm gonna
$1 penny for you, isn't it? Really?
realistically, yeah. I'm not even sure which ones I need at the moment, to be honest. But I think I used a couple of diamonds, so I might need to replenish those. But I have enough, I know.
Okay.
So it would just be a matter of stocking up, basically. But I'm okay at the moment.
So are we all content with where we currently stand?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, you've been standing here for a year and 2 months, so.
I am
exact
excited
spot.
to leave this stone circle.
Your rather
wrong?
beautifully chiseled Iceman, who you now know the name of is Rimhal, will approach you. This is where we part for now.
Bye.
Oh,
We-
okay.
I hope our
I
paths
mean,
cross
that
again.
was sort of rude.
Paths will-
Was it rude?
you know,
I'm gonna
I
bump.
didn't-
I'm just gonna
I will-
gently bump Tricks.
I will walk over to Grimhal and I will stretch out my arm as to shake his.
he will look at it confused.
Just take it.
And he's gonna be like,
He'll pull out a
In the
background.
He'll pull out a dagger of ice and go to cut your arm off.
I mean, you could try.
This is not what you mean.
No.
You're
Don't
supposed to shake
literally
it.
take my arm.
You're supposed to shake it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll go side to side.
Take-
And I will turn over to Hattie and I will hold out my hand for Hattie.
Ah, this I see.
like this.
He will grab Dimblum's hand, and for the first time ever, Dimblum
Yes.
feels someone stronger than him grab his hand.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
shake it to the point that Dimblum almost feels strain.
Ooh, that's a nice firm hand grip. I like that.
I have forgotten much and must find such things again. I will see you again.
Yes.
Oh,
And I will take a slight bow and we will be on our way.
I look forward to seeing you again someday.
indeed, sooner than we hope.
May
Sooner
the
than
snow-
we hope.
May the snows. May the snow. I'm trying to come up with something north sounding.
May the
May the-
snow be with
May the
you.
snow be soft and white on your journeys.
That sounds vaguely coke related.
May the ice be clear and sweet. And he will drift away in a blizzard as he appeared. It's kind of normal for him, he just kind of dissipates away. This is
Yes.
not just me getting rid of an NPC, there is a legitimate reason why he's going, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I need to state that. I'm not just getting rid of him because I want him gone.
No, yeah, 100%. He got things to do. We got things to do.
You have
Yes.
So,
He's off to become the BBG.
Yes.
become the BBEG. I will
No,
become the
we-
BBEG.
We are off to become the BBEG.
We
will
are
see.
the BBG.
I mean,
can all-
each one of us could be a boss in a separate campaign.
I mean, this is true. You're absolutely good.
This, yeah. Ooh. Now I kind of
Well-
want to make a corrupt silver dragon as a.
A tarnished silver
Uh,
dragon.
Anyway,
Usually when I leave a place, I tend to say I will miss this place, but this place is so cold and we're going even colder, so yeah.
I'm so glad you stopped yourself there. This place is so cold. Oh, we're getting colder.
You know
And
what?
it's about to get colder, and she like takes her flames up her body to keep warm.
You know
I
what?
gave you
I
a
haven't.
ring of resistance.
Yeah, but it's still
I haven't
cold.
done this in a while, and you see Dimblem stretch a little
I thought you were gonna hug
as a side to side, and then he just starts sprinting ahead. Given I do 160 feet of movement.
He is 14
No, I can
individual.
dash 2 times with your economy.
Yeah, so you can dash 240 feet.
Yes, within 6 seconds
Which is
I am too.
beyond inhuman.
Yes, 6 seconds I'm 240 feet
There are
away.
Olympic athletes that cannot do that.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh, come on, Trix. Would you like a ride? I think Dimblem's
Yes.
already left.
Yes, please. I would love a ride.
I do the very cartoonish thing as to make my feet into wheels.
I can hear the Flintstone sound effect right now.
Yes.
Anyway, so Hattie, you will see as she starts to resume her normal form, her true form. Dimlim won't see this, but Trix
No.
would see that Hattie is going to take her draconic form. She's going to just lean forward and just a blink of an eye transform into this, maybe a little bit bigger than you remember her. Maybe a little less shiny than you remember her.
Yeah.
But the same familiar
There's a
large
different-
silver
there's
dragon.
a slightly different tinge to Hattie.
Yeah.
Trix will like cock her head to the side. Have you done something new?
We've done something with your hair.
No,
Have you done something with your scales?
Hattie's going to look around.
Have you done something new
I
with
haven't-
your scales?
I haven't taken this form in months, so
Yeah, it's
I think
new
you've
to you.
become.
it's
I think you've become
interesting.
bigger.
I am a little bit bigger, aren't I?
It's like dragon
Yes, you-
puberty again. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I will keep growing for hundreds of more years, so this is no surprise, but I need to polish my scales, I think. They're a little dull looking.
Yeah, you don't seem to shine as much as you. Anyway, and she starts like climbing
I
up
feel
her
great, so-
forearm.
Hattie,
Yeah.
what is your movement speed while flying?
120 plus I could dash, so...
You could just about almost catch up to Dimlim then.
Well, Dimlim can move 240 and I can move 240, so I won't be able to catch, but I will be able to comfortably keep up.
Comfortably keep up, okay.
At this point, I'm probably 12 seconds ahead of you.
Yeah. Okay, so, hold on and tuck in close. There should be a pocket of less wind behind my head, if you can get that high up on my neck.
Yes, and she like climbs to whatever place, and she like tries to find something to hold on to.
Hattie has several spiky shards and scales that could come out, so there's plenty of places to handhold.
You mind me holding here? And she grabs a hold
no,
of one of the two
Absolutely
of the spikes.
not. I can barely feel
Okay.
that. You're comfortable. Stay
What?
comfortable.
Amazing.
Alright. Hold on. And then she will take off, and within a few seconds pick up to that top speed of a dragon,
You just hear,
and just go.
Oh
And
my!
we are off.
Trix is like clinging on to dear life.
This is so much fun, but it's very scary
She's
as
covered
well.
with icicles on the back of her hair because the only thing getting a hit.
So-
her hair when we land is just gonna stand out to the back because it's been.
It's as straight as it's ever been. Then when it melts, it's going to spring into so many guts.
Oh my god.
I wrote this discourse before. I wrote this explanation before I knew you were going to turn into a dragon and turn into fucking Speedy Gonzales. So, it's happening anyway. So fuck you.
Yeah.
Go for it. We will have the creativity to adjust it as we need to.
Step by step, by frozen breath, you ascend through a moor of frost and shadow, a place where time itself has stiffened into unyielding ice. The chasm winds like the gullet of some primordial beast, swallowing you deeper into the grasp of an ancient and accursed. The walls jagged like the fangs, and I just realised I need to move to a different map.
Do we get to see something other than a stone circle?
You do get to see something other than the stone circle!
Are we getting it?
Whee!
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm going fully thematic. Silence of the...
Hey.
The walls, jagged like the fangs of forgotten titans, bear the scars of battles long since surrendered to the silence of the grave. Wind howls through the abyss, but it does not howl alone. There are whispers carried upon it. Voices, too,
Lars, I
brittle
saw that.
with age, form words. Murmuring dirges for those that came before you and never left. The sun, an indifferent spectre above, casts only a pale and feeble glow, swallowed whole by the heaven's eternal frost. No warmth touches this place. No mercy lingers in the cracks of this glacial tomb.
Lars, you're breaking my immersion.
There is only the white void stretching unbroken, a shroud over the bones of the nameless. Your breath curls in the air, like a fleeing spirit dissipating before your eyes, as if reality itself recoils from your intrusion. You can tell I went too deep into the writing. The cold here is more simple fief of warmth. It's a sentient thing, crawling into your veins, winding through your very marrow, whispering its seductions of surrender, of rest, of an eternal and blissful stillness beneath the snow. And yet you climb. Higher, deeper, beyond mortal lands. Beyond the reach of time's dominion, the path coils like a frozen serpent, treacherous and cruel. Each step a wager against death. The walls press inwards as if the mountain resists your passage, its towering heights eager to swallow you whole. Your footprints are the only sign of the living in this abyssal expanse, but even they do not last. The ice reclaims them swiftly, as though erasing all trace of those who dare tread this forsaken road. Don't do it.
I have a fun at that's it.
No, what?
Later.
No, what? What are you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that visual of your footprints being wiped away by the snow is really, really funny because the only footprints would be from Dimblim, quickly washed away by Hattie as the wind sweeps through.
No, they're doubly removed them.
It's weirdly fun and fitting.
Yeah, you pass.
So that was it. It was just a
arch
fun
of
visual.
frost-laden stone, half collapsed and adorned with ancient ruins worn by the relentless passage of time. The remnants of a civilization long buried whisper from these ruins, yet their words are lost in silence, their meaning obscured by centuries of oblivion. Faces appear in the ice, phantasmal in agony or reverence, frozen in their final moments, caught between time and eternity. Their hollow eyes seem to follow you, their lips parted in eternal warning. Speak only to those who will listen with more than their ears. Then the air shifts. A weight settles upon the world. A presence vast and unseen pressing down upon your shoulders like the hand of some unfathomable deity. The wind no longer howls, it holds its breath. The mountain no longer groans, it wails. The silence is not empty, it is watching. Something stirs just beyond sight beneath the surface of perception, a whisper in the marrow of the ice. An echo of presence as long slumbered and yet never truly ceased to be. The ascent steepens. The path grows narrow, a stairwell of crumbling frost winding higher and higher like a pilgrimage through the spine of the world. The gale returns, but it carries not only ice and snow, it carries voices, threads of a sound barely discernible, woven into the very air. Not echoes of the past, not memories, but something else. Prophecies, warnings, or perhaps laughter. You strain to listen, but the meaning evades you, scattered like the dust upon the wind. The frost does not give its secrets freely, and then, through the wail of the endless white, through the storm's howling embrace, they rise before you. The great sealed gates. A monolith of doom, a leviathan of ice, stone carved into the flesh of the mountain itself, immortal, unyielding, absolute. The runes etched upon its surface pulse for unnatural light, buried beneath layers of crystalline frosts, as if the ancient heart still beats within. The power here is not merely present, it is waiting. The ice at your feet is still, but breathing. The cold is not merely a chill in the air, but a hunger that has never known satisfaction. You are at the threshold of something older than memory, older than time, a place where gods faltered and kings fell. A prison? A tomb? A gateway? No answer lingers in the frost, only the certainty that what lies beyond does not belong to the realm of men. And yet you've come, you stand before the thresholds of legends, where only mortals and the damned tread willingly. You've reached the edge of the known world, where myths walk and truths freeze upon the tongue. The gates do not open for the unworthy. The ice does not yield to cowards. The trial that awaits is not merely of strength nor of mind, but of will. Beyond these doors lies the unknown. Beyond these doors, the frost is deeper than death.
Okay, that was very cool.
Very good.
That was very cool. I actually feel like this area is going to be so much fun.
Feeling
I'm very-
Trix will freeze to death, but sure.
Well, I am already freezing to death. I am speeding, 80, 90 kilometers an hour on a dragon?
That is what you can see
Yeah.
through the chasm at the moment.
Have we...
You would like to do as you travel through the chasm. You can. It's so large you can see it in the distance.
Well, you mentioned seeing faces in the ice of a long-forgotten dead, like finding ruins of a civilization.
Yes.
So, I would like to, as we travel through that, I want to reach out using my connection to the grave and feel if there are any spirits trapped here that need to be properly sent on. If this is just memories, that's fine. But I don't want any souls trapped out of the cycle.
Religion.
The thing is, we can travel 144,000 feet in an hour.
16.
The souls and what was once here is now left. The ice has consumed it. Their souls are not part of the cycle, nor should they be. They are lost to time and may rejoin it at some point, but it is not for your place to intervene. The screaming and the yelling and the voices, even if you interact, are too loud to bear for very long. There is clearly some things hidden here that were never meant to be seen nor known. Even
this is part of the larger cycle on a cosmic scale.
Yes.
Okay. So, accepting my answer of this isn't for you, I'll just continue on my way. Make mental note if I need to come back to here. Make mental note of where it is, but beyond that, that's it.
Okay. Aina? I can't hear you, Aina. Are you talking?
Can you hear me
I
now?
can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I was saying you can. I heard Lars start something, so you can take Lars first.
Lars, go.
And
Just saying how fast you can move. Is there anything you want to add?
I am mostly going to let Hattie do her stuff for now, as I'm kind of winding down from the run and getting a stretch in. I don't know why Dimlin needs to stretch, because it's not muscles, but
His oil is getting thick.
it's been how long has it been since
At
I've
this point, he's doing this.
been on a jog?
All you
That
need to do
feels
is slow down for a
great.
second, and Hattie will be right up there with him.
Yeah.
So
I will slow down and
You'll see this
up.
massive black shadow over you, and
Yes.
look up to see Hattie.
I mean,
dwarfed by this chasm.
yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The thing is, Dimlim sees you in your draconic form every day.
Oh, that's
because of
true.
Crusite.
I just look like this to you.
Yes.
You would
This
be able to
isn't-
tell that I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not like a spectral form. You're more matter than spectral.
Yeah, you can see that I am physically this way now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Which brings to mind, why hadn't you said anything about me changing?
I
You know how it is when you slowly see someone
I
change. You
know.
don't really see someone change.
I was actually going to state that it's a thing. If you see someone or something every day all the time, you don't notice this minor details that changes. But Trix
Yeah.
would notice it because she hardly ever sees Hattie in a dragon form.
I know. I just have to give Dimlim / Lars a hard time. That's all it is. I'm not actually serious.
But yes, I wanted, because this is something that Trix would have done, like as we travel through areas and see all these faces and runes and whispers and shit. Because one thing Trix is good at is magic. So I would like to try and determine, because I don't think I will recognize the type of magic, but I still want to like Arcana check, like just to see if it's anything recognizable or if it can give some sort of a pointer to what type of magic is laying in this area. Because I assume magic is protruding all over here due to what you So I would like to do that.
Okay. Absolutely do so. It'll be an Arcana check.
Oh, it's a 32.
You sense magic.
You sense magic.
It's now my thing. No, you do sense magic. However, the magic here feels old. It doesn't feel dead. It like the ice feels like it's waiting for something, or was.
Does it
waiting for
feel like-
something forgotten?
Does it? Yeah, because does it feel like ancient? Like, and okay. Imagine Hogwarts Legacy. You have regular spells, and then you have the main character that can do
past
ancient.
It's older than ancient magic.
Yeah, but it's more like magic that is forgotten, that is not
Yes.
known about. Okay.
This is older than even Netheril.
After winding down, Dimlim would like to turning off.
Resetting.
I would like to have a proper look at more or less whatever catches my eye to start with, and see if I can decipher anything.
The main thing that catches your eye is the Titanic gates ahead of you.
I will walk up to the gates, and I will look for any indignation. No, that's the wrong word. Any way to open it.
I have some discourse. I have some words to share to you, which may actually answer some of your questions. So I will do that.
Okay.
It's very dramatic again. I'm sorry. It felt necessary.
Okay.
Have we
It's a
also
milestone.
landed? Have we also landed in front of the door?
You are
If you'll
coming up to
allow me, I will describe that as we land.
absolutely.
Because Hattie with tricks on her back / neck, I want to do this thing where as I land, I slowly begin not slowly, over 2 seconds, form back into my human form as we land a little bit behind Dimlo. And I want to actually toss Trix into the air, catch her, and then bring her down like a child, but in my human form. So this transformation of her just kind of tossing Trix, transforming into a human form, and grabbing her out of the air and setting her down
I'm going to
as
add
we're
some
like
flavour
landing
as
and
you do this as
walking.
well. As you do this, Trix's hair will shatter of ice and still remain where it is, but you're showered in ice as you grab her.
I mean, be careful how you treat my wife, but sure.
That was so much fun, Hattie.
Her eyes are
I really need
permanently
to.
open.
And she like Trix is full of adrenaline at this point, so she's like halfway shaking because she had a blast riding a dragon. Like it's and yeah. So she's like oh, totally forgetting about the door.
Of course, how Trix of her.
Would you like a ride next time, Dimblim?
Yes, no, I want to ride again.
I mean, we're fairly matched in speed, so
I thought I would offer since you seemed a little bit off put.
You've tried them. You've tried it. It was very fun.
I just forget about it. She's not as fragile as she looks.
This is Trix we were
Really
talking
not.
about.
I'm unkillable.
This is where Trix falls from a massive height, tosses a boatman's coin in the air, and just vanishes.
Wait, I still have a coin left, don't
You
I?
do.
So,
I have one.
Two, I think.
No, I used one for Shirley.
Oh, yes, you did. Shirley's still alive.
so as Hattie lands and tosses and catches Trix over there, you'll see that she had kind of been almost trailing shadow a little bit this whole time. Just this little hint of dragon-shaped shadow behind her, and it's going to just catch up, and you'll find her. It's almost imperceptible, but kind of wearing a cloak of shadows.
Then both of you please
There's
roll
just a
perception.
little bit of. It's just a little bit of death that hangs in the air behind her.
Trix and Dimblin, please roll a perception if you wish to perceive some
Oh.
things.
24. That
I'm
was
letting
a terrible
Travis
roll.
set the DC to.
22.
I think with a 24 and a 22, you both would see that. I don't think it would be impossible, but those are very good rolls. So those are in the realms of very difficult. So yeah, you would notice just this hint of a dark aura behind her. This isn't really anything new thematically. Hattie has always been a little bit on the darker side of life.
I think you flew away from your shadow, Hattie.
how you'll
idea as well.
take a look.
Wait,
It seems to have caught up to you now.
You saw that? You saw that too, Dimble? I actually thought that was from me because it was very dark and deathy. But did you know, Hattie, that you're dark and deathy?
I mean,
There's been a few things different lately. I know I've seen.
Oh, and Dimblin, have you seen her scales?
Yes, there. I
Have you
every
noticed?
day.
I'm so embarrassed.
Keep in mind,
they're
I
not shiny.
I see your true forms every day.
So
They're
I
no
just
less
look like
polished
me.
than I would like them.
You look like you, yes.
As far as I know, I don't have a secret form.
You do have a
as
shadow form.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's not my true form. I think if I turn into the demon, the Dimblin can still see tricks.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
A little bit opposite of me, because Dimlim's just
but-
like, she's always a dragon. What's different?
When
Now,
you mention it, you seem to have lost some of that
Pizzazz.
metallic shine.
Yeah, you lost your pizzazz.
Hattie has kind of a cool teal tint to her skins. Scales is probably the closest.
I was going to say that it looks like a little bit of tarnish between the edges of the silver as well.
That's what happens when tarnish.
So
It's kind of almost blue.
It goes, there's weird rainbowy or
Yeah.
blue. It tarnishes several different ways, so yeah. But you'll see this smattering of just different, slightly darker colors around the edges of Hattie's scales in places where they wouldn't, scrape and rub against things. So there's just a slightly darker tone to her.
But don't get me
She is
wrong.
tarnishing.
Don't get me wrong, Hattie. This is really suiting for you. You actually look cool as fuck.
Well, thank you, Trix.
Such a Trix thing to say. Sorry.
I'll-
You look fucked up now. You're cool as hell.
Perhaps life is just starting to wear on me, or perhaps death is just starting to wear on me. I'll see what happens. I don't feel any different, really. So it's just
Let's
a matter
see
of
what the
getting
whistle
used to
has to say about this.
Oh no, not the whistle.
I forgot what the whistle is. Oh, that's right. It just gives you a fortune cookie.
Avoid pancakes that smells like gasoline.
Well, that is a good. Well, that is actually a good point. Do not eat gasoline pancakes. I can promise you, they're not as tasty.
Trix speaks from experience.
Yes.
Why have
Dragon
you
probably could,
eaten
but not me.
pancakes made with gasoline?
Well, you see, me and my friend Elias, we were in the city, and I had made it. We were like I think we were like 11, 12. I had made some pancakes, and he accidentally spilled some gasoline on it because he is really adept with bombs. And then I ate the pancakes because pancakes, can't waste them.
Maybe they got gasoline on them. Yeah.
I love that. I just found that I just came up with the story.
That somehow does not surprise me. But yes, maybe avoid pancakes that smell like gasoline in the future.
Hattie is the only one slightly worried by this. Trix is too normal about these things. The only question is actually Hattie at this point.
But yes, shall we?
Right, I think the door
the
is
elephant in the
speaking to
room.
us.
Yes, the door.
At the threshold of the world's last breath, where the frozen earth meets the sky's endless white, the great sealed gates stand, a monument of peace and eternity carved into the very bones of the mountain. They loom impossibly high, dwarfing all who dare approach, their vast surface a frozen tapestry of forgotten power, ancient walls and unspeakable purpose. The icebound citadel of stone and frost reaches skyward into the towering cliffs, jagged like the teeth of some slumbering god. Glacial spires, dark and crystalline, pierce the tundra, rising like fangs of the abyss itself, their frozen bitten tips glistening in the cold twilight. The air here is heavy, thick, the silence of ages, save for the distant groans of shifting ice, as as if the mountain itself draws breath in slow, measured inhales. A broad, frozen causeway leads towards the gates, an expanse of unbroken ice that gleams like polished obsidian beneath the eerie glow of the aurora. The light above dances in ribbons of green and blue, casting unnatural shadows upon the walls of the frozen monolith. The steps leading to the entrance are not sculpted by mortal hands, but worn over centuries as though the ice itself has surrendered to the passage of time. And then there are the gates themselves. They rise like an unbroken wall of ancient frost-forged metal and ice-encrusted stone, so vast they could swallow castles whole. Engraved into their towering surface are enormous circular sigils, each inscribed with runes of power long since lost to the world. These markings, half buried beneath layers of ice, pulse with an eerie, cerulean light, as if something behind them still breathes, still watches, still waits. At the very centre, a massive Froden dial, adorned with concentric rune circles, dominates the upper gate, its icy surface fractured but whole, as though it alone holds a secret to unlocking the glacial prison beyond. A thin, glowing fissure of blue-white energy splits the gate down its middle, a crack, not of decay, but of power barely contained, a promise that something beyond these walls still struggles against its bonds. On the other side of the gate, the rock itself is sculpted into towering figures. Their forms on either side of the gate, their forms are barely distinguishable from the ice that entombs them. Ancient watchers, guardians of a forgotten age, stand frozen in a silent vigilance, their expression lost to the passage of eons, their purpose unknown. Are they protectors of what lies beyond, or prisoners who failed to escape? The cold here is unnatural. It is not merely the chill of wind and ice, but something deeper, more insidious. A frost that bites into the soul, that creeps into the mind and whispers of ancient failures. Of destinies frozen beyond they could unfold. The very air resists breath, as if to exhale here is to be part of oneself to the frost, to become another whisper in the endless chorus of the lost. There is no sound but the wind, no movement but the drifting snow, no warmth but the embers that will burn within those who dare to stand before this threshold. And yet, even as the cold gnaws at resolve, the gates remain motionless, indifferent, waiting. For what? None can say. Perhaps for those worthy of passing beyond, or perhaps for the next fools who will add their bones to the frozen grave of time.
Is this where we die, guys?
Question.
That's the correct feeling, isn't it? Is this where we die?
Can Dimblem, with his nanobot feature, make a Trix-size compartment, I guess, as to shield her from the cold?
Trix is now going to be riding in Dimblem like a mech.
Yes.
Well, I do.
become a mech suit for
Get
Get
Trix?
in the robot, Trixie.
It is worth knowing at this point, Dimblem,
Hmm.
Hattie, even you feel cold.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say,
But if we feel cold, then Trix is
Very
dead.
Well, I do have the ring of frost resistance, and if it is really cold, Trix will just flame herself up, so she's just engulfed in black flames.
Yeah,
To
Dimblem,
keep
you
warm.
have never felt cold since you were reborn. Hattie, this
Oh,
level
yeah.
of cold is nothing like you have experienced before.
I was going to actually ask you a question about that. I assume Hattie would know of this place, maybe.
You have legends and... Yeah, I know. I made a strange decision in my head to not tell you stuff beforehand deliberately because I know you're going to ask me anyway. So I'm going to reveal it as we go along. It's the
100%.
The legitimate reason I did not tell you.
Would you like any check from me for this to give a base?
No, because you know so little. Asking for a check seems diminishing.
Okay.
The Great Glacier is a place that you have been told for your entire life. A, doesn't exist. B, shouldn't exist. And C, is a place of myth that should never be entered by mortals.
Okay.
For what
That's
lies
about what
So
I
you are immortal now.
Not really. I'm still a dragon. I'm still mortal.
Well, good thing I'm immortal.
No, you're not.
Sure.
You can
In the grand scheme of things, everything dies and decays. Anyway,
Even Dimblem can die.
I mean,
Well,
immortals can die. They just don't die of old age.
No, you don't die of
I've-
age.
been told stories of this place. Some of them saying it doesn't exist, and others that if it does, we shouldn't be here.
You
Oh, I
found
need to go
you
move my
found-
car.
Oh, okay.
Give me a minute.
We will take a 5-minute break at this moment. So
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could take a 5.
Immortals, here we go. We're back. I finished my disposition.
Yeah.
Deposition.
So,
I am looking at. I'm still looking at the door, trying to figure out how to open it.
Oh, sorry. I'm remiss. I've forgotten to actually copy your tokens. For this, I apologize.
there we go. So,
no, because there is a full gate map too.
I wasn't sure this place was real, if I'm being honest. I've heard many stories growing up about it, but most of them regale it as a tale of caution, a place you shouldn't tread. Being here feels, well,
overwhelming.
Ungodly.
I feel like an infant for the first time in many, many
Do
years.
you want me to cradle you?
No.
I love that as a request.
I get what you mean, Hattie.
Brings
I don't.
confidence from me.
I have never heard about any place like this before, but I sense the magic in the area, and this is old, Hattie. Do you know anything about this?
Hattie,
Not
if you'd like to roll a
much.
history check, I can give you one more detail, but it's up to you.
okay. I would like to roll a history check. It's not amazing, but I would like to. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, well,
It's a 14. I could put on the glasses of hindsight to make it a 44 or something stupid.
That is.
I'm not going to.
Okay, since you're not going to,
Yeah, it feels right that she would only know some of it.
One thing flickers into memory for you, explicitly for you. According to some of the books you've read, there was a great war called the Rage of Dragons in a place far north, which nobody could ever quite discern where, and even the history books are a bit smudged on that one. However, supposedly according to legend, a golden dragon older than any can remember, called the King of Justice, still presumably resides in such a place.
Okay.
This dragon is supposedly as old as Bahamut.
Interesting. This is legend, though, so I don't know what lens this is shown through. It may be literal, it may not be, it may be somewhere between, probably.
I'm leaving that down to you.
Okay. Yeah. So, the one thing I do know is there was some form of great dragon war in this area many, many centuries ago, well, long before I came. Long before many of my ancestors came here.
Hmm.
And the details are hazy, but there was something about a golden dragon that may still live up in these areas. So perhaps he is here, perhaps he is elsewhere, but if you see a golden dragon, a massive one,
Then
he's
Dimlin will look around and I don't.
well, we may find one yet, but it may just be an old story too.
Now, Triggs, my beloved wife.
Yes, my dear darling husband.
If I fly you up to each of these, what?
1 moment of interjection. The legend that Hattie was recounting apparently comes from negative 29,000 DR. Just as a point of interest. Sorry, carry on.
Thank you.
No, I'm technically older. Ah! Well, if I fly you up to each of these symbols, would you perhaps be able to decipher them?
Well, for once, I actually doubt that. This feels old, and I have sometimes encountered things I cannot read because it's old. But we can definitely give it a try. I can at least try to discern the image or the depiction of the letters to see if I can see where they
What
stem from.
happens if and Dimblin will just walk up to the door and he will touch it with his left arm.
You now have a map, so...
I don't... Well, Yes, now I do. I was looking at the picture.
Yeah,
That's
I did
fair.
the same thing.
Trix, I do have an interesting theory on that. Because I know that you are able to read a great many things, but who was your patron? It
We
was
killed
Beelzebub,
him.
correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Beelzebub.
Who is no longer probably with us.
Well, yeah,
I
we killed him.
mean,
I have a theory that while you may be able to read many things because of the powers granted by him, if the language is older than one that he would know, he may not have been able to grant that power.
Well, that's actually a good point.
Currently, for mechanical purposes, technically your patron is Cyric now. Technically.
Yeah, because I was actually going into that. But considering my patron now is my darling grandfather,
Great.
you you hear a slight rumbling laughter in the back of your mind.
does this mean? Do you think like I could have it would have changed to whatever language Cyric would have known about?
That's possible. Like I said, it's only a theory that there are just limitations that most people don't ever run into because most people don't do what we do.
Right, I will give you the option. I'm not going to tell you why I'm asking you this. One of you may do a religion roll. That may be Hattie or it may be Trix.
But it may not be Dimpler.
You need to choose. Between
Well,
the two of you.
well, religion is intelligence, and I do
Religion is
somewhat
wisdom.
okay. No, it's not.
Religion
Religion is
is
I always think it
intelligence.
should be wisdom. I'm sorry.
Mechanically speaking, what is your... Well, yeah, because religion is often like knowledge of religions, so it's book learning. What is your modifier? We're going to metagame this.
No, there is no
Plus-
metagaming or none of that.
Okay, never
Okay.
mind then.
You have to decide in character between you and Trix who you think is best suited to figure out what the unknown is.
I think I
Well-
proposed the theory. I think Trix should do the role because she's the one that would have more intimate knowledge of her situation.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Mechanically speaking, I think that's what
Oh!
should happen.
A dirty 20.
Okay.
Trix,
That's not too bad.
you are aware the time of the gods was long after the time of creation. The gods were born of mortal desire, and such there are things older than they are beyond compare. Therefore, languages which they would be unaware of died long before they could learn them.
They're not... Yeah, it's different. So my theory makes sense.
I do think that because the gods, there was a time before the gods,
Yes, very much. Many.
But not before
and this
Many
area,
times.
this area could be older than the gods themselves, and I don't know if there might have been traces other places in the world, so there might be some knowledge about this, but yeah.
It's worth knowing for a point of comprehension of where you stand. Negative 50 DR is so negative 0 is when Io existed, so creator of all. Negative 50 is when the aspects are born. Gods were not birthed till at least negative 30,000 DR. No, it works in reverse.
Negative 30,000? Okay. But yeah. I don't know enough about the exact timeline to know exactly where that falls, but
I
point is,
actually
there's
have to
plenty of time where the gods did not exist. So there are limited abilities based on that, or at least that's what I'm assuming, is that we're running into that limitation.
I don't know if this helps.
Yeah, I'm born, or Talia is born there.
Oh, sorry, I missed one out. I'm so sorry. This is the event that would be known, so you get the reference for. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's in negative 30,000 DR.
So negative 30,000 DR is when Bahamut first emerged.
Yes. That was
Or
my point
at least-
of reference for you.
Yeah, that's actually a good point of reference for me
Yeah,
personally.
I know it is, yeah. It's a good reference generally because my lore is not necessarily wizard's lore.
And this one, if correct me if I'm wrong, we don't actually know when Toril and the universe was created,
It says
correct? Or
zero-
came
zero.
about.
0.
It is at 0.
Yeah.
Is 0... This is throwing me off because 0 and negative 30,000. It's not 30,000 DR?
Negative 0. Think of it on a linear scale, Travis. 0 is in the center and it goes higher.
Yeah.
And then 0 is negative above.
Yeah, okay. So, what is the current year based on this timeline? We're in like 4,000 DR or something like that, right?
The negative.
Um,
the current
14
one is 1498.
Whatever that was, yeah. DR?
DR, yeah.
Okay, so negative 30,000 is 31,479 years ago,
Yes.
Yes.
or whatever. Okay. And then 0 is 1,500 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, so we're still fairly young in... I'm confused here then, because the time of dragons was negative 30,000 DR, but Io created existence at 0 DR?
Yeah. The higher
But,
the number, the older. Think of it that way. In negative,
Yeah.
less higher, older. No.
So Tally was born...
Io created in negative 0.
But where is negative 0 is what I'm trying to figure out.
So we are in 13,000. So that would be roughly 50,000 years ago.
Okay. As long as I have a frame of reference, because I know the numbering system for... is throwing me off a little bit, because 0 should be 1,500 years
Zero
ago.
should be
Yeah,
absolute,
yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah. So there's 2 zeros. There's a 0 and there's a negative 0.
I don't know what zero.
Ish.
0 is just for Io is creation. So 0 is creation. There's no other way to actually state it as just absolute 0 of nothingness.
Okay.
So there's negative 0 is nothingness.
Do we know where negative 0 took place? You said roughly 50,000, so roughly negative 50,000 DR is 0, or negative 0.
Yeah, for you, roughly.
Roughly-ish, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All that settles things, because just the negative 0 thing was throwing me off, because I was like, that's not where that frame of reference should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is, that apart from the IO and the aspects being born, that is accurate to TSR.
Yeah.
So. No,
that's fair.
Blizzard of the Coast, TSR.
Yeah.
The
Like I
one's-
said, I was
one's
just trying to
right and
sort
one's
it out.
not.
But I do have had a success with like trying to decipher, because even if it is an old language, most languages stem from something. So it might have similarness to other languages that I might read, so I can at least try and figure out.
You know,
Something?
First of
Gimp
all-
did state he touched the gates.
yes.
The gates are cold, almost throbbing, but
No.
motionless. You
Ooh,
can feel a thrum coming from them. Is that another word?
throbbing
You don't like
door.
throbbing. You don't like throbbing either.
Thrumming is
It
better.
makes me think of other things.
I am an ice dragon.
It's not what he's thinking.
You-
of.
Good for you.
Oh, yeah. You can go several layers. There's an ADHD thought in there that I don't want to explain.
There's a multiple amount of ADHD and ASD thoughts in there.
Right. I am touching the throbbing door. And I'm actually channeling a little bit of me into it.
You're
To see if
channeling
that
magic
was-
into it, then.
Yes.
I had considered this as an option, but I had not yet considered a use case scenario of the effect it would have. The gate itself seems motionless, and the magic you pour into it seems to almost echo into it, into an endless space.
I doubt I have enough physical weave in me in order to feed this door.
You do not.
So
This door may
we,
be older than the weave anyway.
yes, but it
Maybe we
seemed
should
to.
wield some non-weave magic, and she flickers her hands.
I am not entirely sure we should try that yet.
Can you roll a... What would this be? There's some rolls that I find it very hard to just pinpoint exactly what they would be. Just a straight wisdom roll. Hattie, because you're the only
Would you
person
like
I
a-
shared it with. So
Would you like a wisdom roll or something more specific from
straight
me?
wisdom.
Straight wisdom, alright. Wow, no.
Emblem?
It's better, but probably still not.
Emblem, these runes look not dissimilar to the book that Trix took from the Hall of Reflection.
Oh, right. You remember that book you took?
Which one of them?
This is the DM
No,
giving
no.
you a handy hint here.
The one you took very recently. From the last trial.
This is the I
Yesterday.
doesn't fucking remember either.
I don't. I have. I thought I had 3 books: a Romanar's book, the Book of the Damned, and Siren Shad. Do I
You
have
got the
another
book last session!
I
Oh,
also
wait,
got a
I
book
did?
last session. It's not mine, right?
Hang on.
Wait, we got a
Which
book
did you
last
get? Hang
session?
on, did I get it
I
wrong?
did.
Which book did you get?
I got a like a frozen icy
Mitch,
tome
I'm so
or
sorry,
something.
I know. I owe you an apology. Have a DM's inspiration as apology.
Okay, Hattie, you have a book!
I'm just so used to Aina getting all the fucking books.
Yeah.
I actually was about to state that Hattie sees a book. I have written that down, so I was
This
going to
book,
ask.
this book. Is that the book you
Right.
have?
Yes, that's mine. So I was also going to say it.
The ruins look not dissimilar to the book that Hattie picked up.
There
Well,
we go.
Hattie, do you remember the book you picked up during the last trial?
Oh, yes.
The
I'm
one
gonna
we
go ahead
got
and
with the stone.
pull it
And
out of
I
my
hold
backpack.
up my stone.
Still covered in
And
slime fizzing. slightly.
To back up, that was something I wanted to do on the long rest as well, was read through it or see what I could discern from it. So if you'll allow that interaction now, that'd be great.
You have the glass of hindsight, so it's hard for me to argue with that request.
There.
Thematically, at least.
So I would have spent some time reading them over the short rest. That was something I wanted to do. I just kind of forgot. It was in my notes even that I wanted to do it, but yeah.
So I expressed to you last time that the book contained images of 3 shards, which you are now in possession of.
Correct.
It also contained different images further on which you didn't delve into because the shards at that point were more important.
Yeah.
So you have the following shards. You have this shard.
Correct.
The Thunder Shard, the Frost Shard,
This shard.
and I would say Fairy, because we can totally evolve someone
Starlight.
into something.
This is not evolution stones.
They are totally evolution
You cannot
stones.
turn it into some sort of Eevee. And you
I
cannot use Iron's
will-
hand and make her
I will turn Trix into a Jolteon.
There's not a lightning stone, so you're screwed.
Yes,
We have Sylveon.
I
Very strong.
always liked Jolteon the best, and I stand by that.
Okay. I liked
Icebound.
Vaporeon best.
Yeah.
I honestly have a hard time picking a favorite. I go back and forth between Umbreon and Sylveon, but of the classics, it just kind of rotates through them. They're all cool. I like them all.
Yeah.
I prefer the birds though. You know there are 3 steps to opening these gates.
Okay.
That's all you know, however, at this point in time. There is, however, I'm presuming you have flicked through in your long rest and had a look.
Yeah.
There is an image. There are 2 images in addition to. Actually, no, there will be 5 images in addition to the image of the shards. The first image is of a dais with rotating runes on it, but it gives you no indication of what to do. The other is an image of a large stone with 3 inserts in it.
Okay.
The rest of the images, one is of a strength symbol, another is of money, oddly enough.
So that is
Dim
Lemon
when you
Tricks,
said money.
and Dim Lemon Tricks counted for.
This is finally how I get rid of Trix's money.
Yeah.
It requires 50 trillion gold to open this gate.
That doesn't even touch her at this point.
Yeah, because I was going to state I am capped on gold in D&D Beyond. That is what I carry on me in
my last calculation, Trix had 86 quintillion gold.
So most of my gold is stored in a vault. So
Last calculation, 56 quintillion.
You're lucky I'm a metallic dragon and not a
Yeah.
chromatic one.
I have done good investments.
That's great. Anyway,
we should open up another orphanage.
Good. Thank you for the reminder. There were some instructions in this book, but I couldn't make sense of many of them. I know the shards we were given were.
There is also a page filled with text, like the way you would expect a spell to be written.
Okay.
I missed that. There's so much in the book right now; it's hard for me to zero in on what things you need.
No, yeah, that's fair. So, there were a couple of. It looked like there were multiple steps, so 3 steps perhaps, and there were pedestals or rotating runes. There were slots for these crystals that we were given, which I assume are some form of key, though not the entire key.
Well, do you have the book with you? Can you show us the pictures?
Literally in my hands. I opened it up. Okay, it was here. Here's the 3 slots. So
I'm taking the yellow stone and touching Tricks with it.
Stop trying to avoid Tricks!
No!
What happens when he touches me with the thing here?
You get a strange itch in multiple parts of your body.
Oh! Did you
take a rock?
A moment I would throw holy water over you.
God, Dimple! You don't do that to your wife! God! You're sleeping on the couch tonight!
I mean,
fine. He's the one that summons the couch.
I am the one with the couch. And he takes out his office. Fine,
well,
there.
Since I'm the only sane one here, I'm going to look around and see if I can see the slots for these stones in the workings of the gate.
Can I have perception roll, please?
Yes. Okay. Perception. We'll see if the dice like me. They do not. I played Pathfinder yesterday, and with D&D today, I think that was my highest natural roll was a 5. It's just been a bad
because the
day.
Is just 12 because it is in plain sight.
Yeah.
So in the center here is a large pedestal with a stone which looks like this.
Okay.
I love the artwork that I've created for these guys. This stuff as well. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It goes for like the whole frozen north. I've called it the Great Glacier. I love it.
Dimlim, if you will.
Right.
It just stops trying to touch Tricks with the glowing stone.
I think I had one of the shards at least.
Yeah, you have. I think I met. Yeah, we have one each.
Okay.
I just have the Thunderstone.
The glowing stone.
And the Thunderstone.
Hattie, I think, took the frozen one.
I have the frosty one, yes.
And Ina took the other.
I didn't take a stone. Didn't Dimblum take two?
Perhaps.
I couldn't
I
remember
think
which of
Dimblum-
us, but I think one of us
No,
took the other one.
No, I think Dimblum took two, because I don't have any.
Yeah, fine.
So-
I took two. It is. Yes, I will go to the Glyph Stone.
I think yours goes in that one. The
I
frost one
mean-
goes here. If you look at the symbols closely, they look like they correspond with the elements. That third one I'm having a hard time distinguishing, but the first two, the frost and the thunder or lightning, are very distinct.
Very, very frightening.
Hattie, could I have
Yes.
a history roll, please?
History.
Since you are the one with the book, so
That's fair. Would insight be better, or would it be history?
would be
Okay.
history, I'm afraid.
Let's see if I can break that 5. I cannot. It's still a 3. I told you, I'm cursed.
You can't discern exactly, but there are some words under the last page of the earthly stones.
Okay.
Can't quite discern what
Right.
it is, though.
Can I look, and is it very clear where things
you read-
are?
Can either of you read these? This is... I can't make out what these words say. It's in a slightly different dialect than I'm used to
Well,
reading.
I am
History.
technically only speaking God and Elvish and Common.
Is it in Netherese?
It's not in Netherese, no.
Oh,
Can
interesting.
I look at those things? Can I read it?
No. Oh, hold on. What? Right. What languages do you read normally?
What? Okay, my language of Common, Draconic, Gnomish, Grung. Wait, fuck, wrong character sheet. Hold on.
What fucking character sheet are you on?
The one that actually works.
Oh.
But I have to go to my old one in order to see my proper languages. Yes. Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Gnomish, Grung, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
Okay. I have a
That is
memory
my
of
normal
someone was
language.
trying to learn a language.
I was during a long rest with Thrimhal. I said I wanted to have him teach me Primordial, but I doubt that one long rest is enough for him to teach me Primordial.
It is
Even
not
when I have
true.
a
You may roll history with advantage, Dimblum.
History with
Because
advantage.
the words in it are very simple.
Oh,
I'm going
God,
to
that is
refresh my
awful.
page.
It was a 19 for so long, but 18.
The words you can hear amongst 13 other words are channel power.
I will put my hands on the glyph stone and I will channel some
Which
power
ones? Which
into
glyph
it. Yes.
Which one?
I am taking it with my thunderstone, of course.
That would make sense with that one being power related.
God
What
of a
kind
god.
of magic are you channeling into it?
Weave.
The stone.
Or
is-
do you want a school of magic?
I want a school of magic.
Then it is most likely enhancement, seeing as who I am.
Then the
Enchant-
stone is still unresponsive.
Divination? Do you want me to circle through them all?
I want you to figure it out, looking at the images of the stones. Do I need to reshare them?
No, they are here. The Thunderstone might be transmutation. I'll switch to transmutation.
Wait, which shard are we on? 1, 2, or 3?
The
Dimble is
first.
trying to do shard 1.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Evocation.
I'm not telling you.
Oh.
What would it not be if I freaking told you the answer to the problem?
I am
I'm
switching
not saying there's not a
between.
way you can figure this out, because there most definitely is, but...
Could
Are you sure? Are you sure you're using the right stone?
I mean, I could, and I'll take out shard number 3, and I am channeling divination into it.
Okay, the shard will ignite with light and sit perfectly into the runic dais.
Right.
Aha!
that is what I thought.
So,
A shard of celestial light.
yeah.
I think the lightning-looking one is going to be evocation.
Well,
And
I
I
have
think the
tried
frost
that.
one is going. You tried evocation?
I have been cycling
You said you were
through.
going to switch to evocation. You didn't do anything with it.
I merely meant that I was cycling through different schools of magic.
Do you have the skills or spells to do that?
I am made from weave.
I have plenty of evocation spells. I will.
Well,
See if it
I
will
am
accept
made
me.
from weave, but I'm also 20 levels barbarian.
Yeah.
This is true. So I might be the best one to do parts of this, or me or Trix.
Well, you know what? What do you think the frost-looking shard is?
The frost-looking one I
Well,
do not know. I have a
And,
couple of
and
ideas,
I
but
will
nothing
hold
solid
off
yet.
the shard 1 to Drake as while I look at Hattis.
That's going to confuse you.
I will take it.
I'll hold the
Wait,
frost
which-
one up so that they can.
Wait,
I don't know.
so I'm now in possession of shard 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't eat
Well,
it.
Don't eat it.
Trix will look at you and she will lick the shard.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, seems about right.
I admit I had a similar intrusive thought.
Yes.
Well,
Licking things
This-
to make them your own.
Mostly that I could eat it if I wanted to.
I think this will give you a major stomach ache.
Oh, I was not thinking about the implications, just that I physically could.
I mean,
It's a
Yes.
bad idea.
The fact that you guys have almost reached the height of demigods concerns me greatly.
we are very responsible people.
I
Still not
am
above
still a
licking
dragon.
things.
well,
You have to
the-
lick things in order to understand them.
No, you don't!
It is a
What-
valid part of archaeology.
Yes.
what
It
what
is.
did this
Not.
what
Archaeologists everywhere are crying now.
Actually,
What did-
I've been
what did his
fossil
shards-
identification. You can identify something as a fossil versus a bone based on how it feels on your tongue, and I hate the fact that I know that.
I know
what
that's
did the
true,
shard
but still.
taste like?
Which shard are you licking?
The shard number 1.
Oh,
What did it
Christ,
taste
there's a
like?
statement I had to ask that.
If it tastes a little bit electric and tingling, I will be happy.
I know, it tastes like home.
It's like home.
Tastes like home?
Oh.
Well, home can be a lot.
I know.
What is your home?
It is your home.
Well, that is
You
a
said
very
you were
good question.
I know you come from Sigil, but I do not know if that's where your home is.
Oh, wait, yeah, well, no, I'm not from Sigil. I've just been there. I'm
Okay.
I'm
That's what I thought.
I'm born in Fae. My father was a red wizard.
Which
Ah.
Hattie's not happy about.
Suddenly, everything makes a lot more sense.
This is genuinely
So,
the
I
first
don't-
time that Travis has learnt this information.
Oh, you didn't know
Oh.
that, Tati? I'm sorry. I should have told earlier.
It's okay. Everybody
Well,
can make their own choices,
we
but it does
get
explain a
back
bit about
to
your
the-
perspectives.
Non-licking of stones.
The
Correct.
non-stones.
Trix, would you try channeling some evocation through that?
Well, I can definitely try. I have a lot of that. And she will unleash her evocation magic in the stone.
The stone does not react.
I don't think that works.
If it tastes like they, what is they known for?
Well,
Necromancy.
magic, necromancy, death.
Well,
It could be, you know, like, wait, what's it called? Necromancy or something.
Try channeling some necromancy through
I'm going
it,
to reach
then.
over and tap it with just a basic level necromancy spell.
The stone does not react.
I mean, abjuration, conjuration, illusion.
I will
It could be
correct your
illusion.
intent. Please bear in mind,
Hmm.
these ruins existed before the schools of magic were formulated.
Fair. Could I roll an insight check to get a little bit more out of this based on what we've observed so far?
Absolutely.
'Cause Hattie would know a lot more about it than I
Give
would.
Some help, by all means.
Okay.
Do you
'Cause I'm
want
very good with insight, so I can.
primordial as
terrible,
a school of magic?
but-
Is that the late we're
I
going?
wish Primordial was a school of magic. Sadly, it is not. It needs to
No, it's not.
What did I tell you about not rolling over a 5?
Yeah, I know. But this
You know you have your one free
I did.
reset. Oh, okay.
This has been since yesterday across several browsers. I have not rolled above a 5 except for in combat.
The stone itself seems unstable, open to fluctuations and changes of uncontrolled energy.
So transmutation or illusion feels more fitting.
It seems
But
unstable.
I did try transmutation.
Or
No,
it is
I
also-
did not. I tried enhancement. You are correct.
Which would be enchantment, but yes.
Enhancement.
Well,
Let's see. But this is older than the schools of magic, so I think it may need a specific
I mean,
type of magic rather
Divination
than
seemed
a
to
modern
work
school.
on the first, on the
Shit,
third
shit.
shard.
This is true.
should I unleash some of my other type of magic then?
I mean, we could. Let's focus on Hattie's one for now.
Yeah. Let Hattie, what does your shard taste like? Give it a lick.
Tastes like give it a lick.
I'm going to examine it
Please put
before.
that in D&D made me do it. What does your shard taste like? Give it a lick.
All I could think of is a 1, a 2, a 3. 3 licks.
Up to 3
Ah.
licks. What does it taste
How many licks do you need to get to the core of a
I will
shard?
tell you need to get the lickety spit.
Oh.
No.
Come on, that was easy.
That was a pretty good one. Let's see.
Are you actually licking it?
Intrusive thoughts. Does Hattie struggle with intrusive thoughts?
I mean, Hattie does. We know this is a fact.
Yes.
No,
Hattie,
Bonkers struggles with intrusive thoughts. Hattie just has an occasional one
Hattie
because
just
she
holds
is
back the voices.
a living being
Bonkers
like anybody else.
is intrusive thoughts.
100%. Bonkers gives into them way more often. Hattie is just like, huh, that's a weird. Nah, that's a bad idea.
Yes. You
So-
still have them though.
Yeah,
The
there's
third
no-
one was divination, we know. Oh, yeah. Everybody has intrusive thoughts. It's just part of your brain theorizing about the world around you.
I
So
think
sure.
you're. Sorry.
I will
we
take
state
the
these
shard.
things existed before the schools of magic.
Yeah. I'm going to take the shard and slowly examine it and turn it over.
Feels cold.
Feeling it.
Dark.
Maybe
Cold and
it
dark.
just needs a spark of the element that is made from. If you channel
it's-
something cold into it.
It's cold and dark. I want to try something specifically. I don't have the spell Chill Touch, but I would like to actually try to channel both that necromancy and the frost magic that I've used before. That's
similar spells, so that's not too much of a stretch.
yes. That is within my specialties is both necromancy and ice. So I'm going to channel that feeling of cold death into it.
Can I have an Arcana roll, because obviously it's outside the norms of normal spells.
Yeah, Arcana is terrible for me. Is there something that would be more suiting to a cleric casting?
That would just be wisdom.
Just a flat wisdom roll?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
you
take
could always say I'm channeling my god into this and do religion.
Eh.
Not really. Bahamut's the god of light.
I'll take the wisdom roll. Let's see if it gets above a 5. It does not. I told you, today hates me.
You wish to give in to the voices whispering in your head.
Do Hattie have voices?
No, but there's
Not the first
voices
time I've
whispering
said this.
through this area. Sure. Given the fact that there is death in the air and death in the crystal, I think for a moment I will listen and see if I can glean any advice from the voices of those who came before me.
Voices
I know this
of the
area is older
damned.
than myself.
Hattie, can
Far
you roll
older.
a wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure. Let's see if it's higher than a natural 1. It's decent.
You sense
It's more than a 5.
voices and a driving force trying to overtake you, but you manage to hold it at bay and channel it into the stone, which ignites in the glyph stone.
Do
So-
I?
You'll watch as
the
I
whispering and the
think-
voices stop for about a moment, but you feel exhausted as if something has been channeled through you that should never be touched.
It probably felt like when Trix contacted her dragons through me.
Yes, it's exactly the same kind of feeling, really.
So, Hattie was capable of doing it, but it was still exhausting.
So Hattie will drop to her knees with the exhaustion of it,
Whew. Well,
but she will slam the stone into the glyph stone as she falls.
here.
You
Well,
can hear
Right.
Hattie,
whispering.
you gave me an idea there.
Did I?
That was
That's
that was actually quite
concerning.
clever. Because if you're looking at my stone, it is glowing like nice glow in the middle. But then it has the weird thing around, and it's unstable, right? Would that
Yes, it's very unstable.
How about I take the one thing, the one good spell, and the magic I use for that, together with my dark-ish.
This is holding
thing.
a globe of light and dark in her hands.
Yeah, okay, because I have Sickening Radiance. I've had that since I became a warlock the first time, so that is a magic I can do. So I want to do the magic I use for Sickening Radiance and my Dark Forbidden magic and fuse them together in the stone.
The stone will begin to thrum and ebb as you place it in the glyph stone, which will ignite with sparkling energy as it encircles itself with glowing light and it begins to turn. It, however, turns very slowly. You get a sense it wants more. It wants more power.
I will put my hand on the glyphstone table thing, and I will channel some of my weave into it.
The stone stumbles but turns slightly as Dimblum touches it.
Trix, I
Right.
think this is a job for the two of us. I don't mean this as a slight against you, Dimblin, but I don't think you have enough
I am
enough
made
Arcana.
of this stuff.
But
Dimblum
that
is
is
the
what's
very
holding you
essence of
together.
life.
You would be sacrificed if you were to do this, I think.
Oh, the intrusive thought of laying down on this table.
Probably
are you
not a good
sure?
idea.
Are you sure you're up for it, Hattie? You seem a bit peckish.
But peckish. Is that what we're
Peckish?
I mean, Hattie can always go for a snack, but I don't think that is what you meant.
We have had this discussion before.
I know.
I know forgetting English words or Tricks forgetting English words. I don't know which this is at this point.
Both.
I mean, we can probably have a lunch break if you want to, but
You seem a bit off. You're tired.
Oh, just I
that's
pulled.
what any girl wants to hear, right? And I will reach over to Hattie and I will channel some of my weave into her.
You cannot spare anything right now. The stone seems
Yeah.
to be sucking you dry.
Ooh.
Oh,
You see, if you did this, Drake, no.
Okay, fine. I guess. And she
How do you-
pulls out.
She rolls up
Hattie is
her
going to-
sleeves.
stand up off the ground, kind of shrug and brace herself. Don't get me wrong, that took a lot out of me, but I'm still capable of going. I just needed a moment.
It's capable of one more round.
Right.
Okay,
If
it
everyone
Rick is
just
going to
put
pull out what?
Yeah, this
Take-
thing seems to
Yeah,
want
okay.
more power,
She sits
so
on the
let's give it more power. And she pulls out two of her books, both of them, and she holds them both in one hand, which is the hand that she actually can hold shit in.
Books for the sake of errata are you holding?
Well, I'm holding both the Syrinshad and the Book of the Damned. I'm using it more as a power conduit,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spellcasting focus.
Yeah, like I'm drawing magic from them, or if not from them, but I'm boosting myself. That was my idea. And I'm taking my spectral hand on the thingy, and I start channeling the not weave magic that I possess.
You will hear in your heads, in your own particular languages, by life, death, and that which lies between, may the route beyond be all but seen. In a voice that none of you know.
Did you guys hear that? Did they hear it, or was it just
You
me?
all heard it in your own native tongue.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. What would technically be
Elven.
Dimblem's native tongue? Elven, okay.
Mine, I'm
This is
assuming
obviously
it's
draconic. Trix's is obviously abyssal.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
It would be common. She grew up with a human father and a gnome mother. They would be
Please,
so common.
not too deep for that.
No, it's true. It would be common.
No, it would not at this point. I'm going
Undercommon.
Maybe undercommon.
Okay, abyssal then.
Yes, life, death, and that which lies in between.
What is in between life?
All of you, please
What is
roll a
be-
constitution check. A concentration.
Hey,
A concentration roll.
I'm good at those.
Sorry, concentration.
Concentration?
Concentration, not constitution. I apologize.
Okay, because I get
That
advantage on
is-
concentration checks.
Yes.
Wait, is it a check or a save?
That
Concentration check
is
is a
con
constitution
save.
save,
Yes.
Yes.
but sometimes
okay.
with different implications. It's a
Okay.
sub mechanic.
Yeah.
29.
Weird intricacy thing.
24.
You actually succeeded. I wasn't expecting that. Fuck.
Yeah.
We all have advantage on con saves.
Yep.
I took a Warcaster for a reason.
The dais will begin to sink into the crux below it, and the entire floor around you will begin to shift and move, opening something beneath you. Dex saves.
I was gonna say, I think we will start stepping
Knew
off.
something was coming, so advantage.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we're gonna begin stepping out of the way, I think.
I think I fall into it.
Dex is not my strong suit, but let's see.
I will try to. If Trix is actually falling into it, I will try to get her out of there.
You, with your dex enough, you can grab her, so not too much of a problem.
No.
So as Trix is about to plummet through the startling white-blue brilliance of the plates which are moving to a side, Dimblum will grab her and pull her out.
Yay.
Oh God, thank you, thank you.
From
Yeah.
a room of cold and ice and something undiscernible begins to ascend.
Oh God, are we about to have a fight?
Not necessarily. It might be something nice.
Let's try and talk to it.
I
Let's
am
see what
inclined to
is best.
agree.
I'm actually going to step forward and get in front of Trix.
From below
Which
the
I'm
surface,
somewhat
Raise my shield.
holding.
form of a crown begins to emerge, surrounded by naught but rhyme. Slowly moving upwards, a scepter adorned with runes, and pauldrons and almost wings of ice ascend from this being as it emerges upwards in excess of 200 feet in height.
Is this the...
As it travels upwards, its ribcage seems to glow with ethereal light, merely covered by its beard and its emerald yet cerulean eyes. Its belt ascends upwards
belt?
with pauldrons and hips.
Dimblum has been triggered.
A 200 feet high Goliath of ice and dark yet ancient magic emerges.
Do you think he has a belt?
We see the belt.
I really want that belt. She whispers this.
I'm pretty sure I can hear that with my passive 25
Oh, I am
perception.
whispering it. I am whispering it to you. I'm
Ah,
making
okay.
sure that Goliath
Right.
doesn't hear me.
Seek entry,
Right.
all who stand upon. Yet through my wrath and my patience, entry shall be wrought. I am the guardian who has stood since time was wrought, and shall till the end of days. Best my blade and my mind, lest thee be lost to the shadows of time.
Blade and mind? Or one?
The creature will turn to face you. Where's my turning icon gone? I've lost Million that lets me turn him. There it is.
It's too big.
No!
Oh, that's just wrong. He stands on his head now. He's doing the handstands.
He will move down. As he does, you can just hear the cracking of ice and the moving of rhyme. It will slam his scepter down, his staff down with a shard of ice. Do you seek entry to this place forbidden of your kind?
That
I'm
we
not
do.
entirely
We
sure,
have
but I
been-
think so.
We have been caught up in something larger than ourselves.
Haven't we all?
I didn't hear what that word was.
Haven't we all?
I
There you go.
heard Eventrio.
I'm not even sure what I heard, but haven't we all make sense? Thank you for
Yes.
clarifying. Yes, but I have the greatest respect for you, who has been standing here keeping watch for time immortal. If we are meant to challenge you, I do not bear any ill will, it's merely of respect. If we are meant to seek entry through you, it would be wonderful to reach such a peaceful resolution. How may we
This is not
appease
the
you?
place of this land. If you seek
It's true.
peace beyond these gates is nothing for you.
We do not seek peace. We also do not seek undue violence.
This trial was set before I was made, and thus it may carry till the world is made.
Then
You seek
So-
entry. You seek through me, through bitterness, toil, or pure symphony.
I suppose let the trial commence.
To a battle of honor and of pride. But if you die, know your bones will litter the gates.
With the
So-
greatest respect towards yourself,